Hello everyone and welcome back to Disc Golf Examiner. Today we're bringing you coverage from the 2022 Indiana Open at IUP College Lodge, driven by Innova Disc Golf. I'm your host Bryan Keegan, joined today by J. Gary Dropcho, the tournament director. J. Gary, how's it going?
Hey Bryan, it's going great. I love seeing video of the College Lodge. It's my home course.
And it's on this gigantic ski slope, and it's one of my favorite courses as well, J. Gary. This is a tremendous tournament. I'm so glad that it's back. Beautiful park here on the ski slopes at IUP. How many people did we have attend?
Well, there was over 2 days. There was 134 players, both amateurs and pros. It was a B tier sanction, and we added $1,000 to the pro purse, and the amateurs got a great players package from Innova Disc Golf. And we were excited to have tournament play return to Indiana as well. Been a number of years.
Yeah, and we were there, I believe, to cover the last Indiana Open. I believe it was back in 2016, and we had Brad Schick on the card. So it's kind of interesting to see the leader from that card back here with us. Of course, we had some rain delays, some thunderstorms here this day, so it'll be
the tournament directors did a good job of getting everybody off the course, but they did play on, and excited to see Mark Fedorenko here playing in the event. I remember when he played as an amateur back in 2016.
And we had him at 1 under. Colby Howe here at 1 under, tied as well.
Yeah, Colby's a good player.
And
this guy, David Dunn, he's a graduate of IUP. He said he discovered disc golf at the College Lodge. He told me this story after the tournament. It was great to meet him.
And of course, we have Brad Schick and David tied at 4 under for the lead of the tournament. Brad catching some DDO coverage there during one of the rain delays.
Right. Yeah, and as you told me, Brad was kind of the defending champion.
Yeah.
There's a good starter hole. Hole 1, it's a par 4. And it's 579 feet with this OB road all the way along the left-hand side. The fairway is pretty narrow. It is downhill, and you got to keep it in the middle, and you want to get to right about this Indian washing rock, we call it. It's got holes that have eroded in it. But if you can get your tee shot to there, then your approach shot to this green that's guarded by these big tulip poplar trees is a lot easier.
And we want to thank the presenting sponsor there for the hole, the Jim Simpson's family. As Brad is up on the tee box, throwing over that OB. And I'll tell you what, J. Gary, I was set up on this hole taking photos the entire tournament. I think that this OB is a very big hindrance, or a very well hit hindrance.
Well, it comes into play, yeah. Like a righty backhand shot like David threw there. If it was too much hyzer, it's going to leak out to the left. And you're right. The forehand shot has to risk it out over the OB to get it to come in bounds.
Yeah, I want to say something around about 1 in every 4 players or so were flirting with that OB for sure.
This one is, but I think he's going to skip off the road.
Yes. Wow, that was a great skip there by...
Nice flare. Yeah. So those guys are all in good shape.
Oh, and it looks like Mark just turned it over.
Oh, that's not good. These conditions were challenging. Not only was it raining, but the ground was very saturated, and so the footing was tricky.
Oh no! And it looks like again. Oh.
Oh,
wow!
Kick. That's a fortunate kick. Well, he's gonna have some work to do even to get up and down from there. Brad's looking at it. It looks like he's lining up a forehand. Is he gonna skip it off the road?
I think that's his plan.
Just risking it out around and underneath these hemlocks. If you can skip under them, it looks like about a circle 1 edge, but.
Mark lining up his 3rd shot. This will be for 4.
And again, risking it. Those headlocks are leafy. I think it caught a little bit of those, and it's going to have a circle 2 putt right there, probably about 45 feet. Well, this is David Dunn. He's set up well. This should be a nice natural hyzer, righty backhand hyzer.
And that's beautifully executed there. Great skip.
He skipped a little bit left. He's going to have some work on that putt. Here's Colby.
Now, I am seeing for the day that this hole did average a 4.59.
More than par, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the weather is a factor here as well, but yeah, on good conditions, players can be jump putting at this basket.
And here we have David just inside the circle there, but a tree between him and the basket.
Oh, that's a great snap.
Beautiful.
Really nice straddle putt.
Looks like Mark's going to have a low ceiling to deal with here. This is for bogey. Brad for birdie.
Yeah, Brad.
Brad has just the smoothest kind of Annie release that just goes straight into the pole.
Ooh, almost slipped through. But Colby's going to take his par.
Ooh, that's a tough start for Mark.
Yeah, definitely not how he would like to start. But we're going to go ahead and move on to hole 2. It's a par 3, 312 feet. And it is tightly wooded here, Jay Gary.
It's also uphill, especially the last part of the hole where the basket is up on top of, I guess, what is the dam of the pond here. There's a creek that's casual relief that kind of runs on the left-hand side. But you can see the basket up on this rock wall, and it's elevated maybe 25 feet from where they're teeing from. That's a smooth forehand by Brad. And see, he's going to have a putt he'll be putting right up at it. That's a great shot. He just knew that's where he wanted to be. He wanted to be on the right-hand side.
Got to say, the course looks absolutely beautiful here, Jay Gary. Love the wood chippings there, saving people from the mud.
Well, really thanking the Diversified Energy Group and also Josh Simpson and the other tournament directors, Michael Dropcho and Alphonse Borowski and Scott Thomas. Everybody put a lot of work in on the course, and yeah, it looks great.
Colby lining up, hit a sidearm as well here.
Oh. He got a little bit of nose up, and then he hit one of the early trees on the left.
Mark going backhand here.
That looks like a good rip.
Yes.
He's going to be in good shape.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, he's sliding up the hill.
Great shot.
Good drive.
Definitely doing everything he can to make up for that last hole. Colby just sneaking through there.
He's got a putt. It's not an easy one, but you can see the elevation here. Basket's probably about maybe 10 feet above Brad's head.
Just a little left there. Mm.
A little left as well. I mean, these players are all, not only are they, except for David, just down though, looks like he's got just the one long sleeve shirt on, but playing it with a raincoat that's been wet can, alter your stroke.
Dave for birdie. Yes.
That's a nice high release on it, the putt.
And with that, looks like he's going to break away and get a stroke on Brad here at the beginning as Mark tries to get good footing here on this hill. Kind of tough.
Yeah, there isn't good footing on this hill. I mean, not only is it steep, but it's wet and muddy. So he's got to really try to keep his knees bent and pop it and just kind of let it go too high.
This hole did actually average 3.18.
Good putt by Brad. It's not a gimme three. That's for sure.
And Mark will be putting in for his par here. And it looks like we actually have a little break in the weather here. Rain is slowed down as we move on to the next hole, hole 3. It's a par 3.
It's an easy par 3. It should be easy. It's the shortest hole on the course, I think, but there are a number of trees to get through initially. Then the fairway slopes hard to the left, all the way down to a pond, which can come into play out of bounds from where this basket is located. There's rollaway potential here. The ground is rocky, and you're not even sure how it might land. But look, the forehand looks like a good idea, good for this shot.
Dave just threads this one. Oh, wow.
See how nice and low he was when he threw that on his release? Used all of his lower body for that throw. And just super smooth, but Brad came up a little short.
And Brad's going to want to try to go for this. Can't let Dave ahead of him too far. Mark, he's going to clip a tree and end up on the hill above.
He's up high, yeah. He'll be putting downhill at the basket with the pond below it. That's got some potential hit. It must see there's those rocks, and they don't allow skip sometimes. They'll just hit rocks and stick. Brad was actually down in a hole that was created by a huge oak tree that was upended, and it was the root ball. Yeah, so he had actually pretty good lie down there. Here's Colby. This is from probably about 60 feet away.
Stop that.
Hole. Yeah, stop. Okay, that's safe.
I want to say Mark's about 50 here.
He's down very much downhill.
He nails it.
He canned the putt. That's really bold.
We have to take a second look at that.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Right there in the sweet spot. Who says those Mach 3s don't catch hyzer putts?
Colby for his par.
Good putt. Yeah, this course went in 2001, and these are the original, all the original equipment. It's the IUP student co-op that owns the course and the grounds where we play has taken pretty good care of this course.
And so we'll move on to hole 4, which is a par 4, 384 feet up this hill. I got to say, this is probably the infamous hole on this course, right?
The infamous hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this hole has spawned a lot of other holes in other courses I've done recently. When it went in, everybody said, "This is nuts. You can't make us play all the way up this hill like that." Yeah, I think it's a great test. The first part is really very open, and it's just a matter of getting the distance and the placement. And then the second shot is straight up the hill and through very narrow gaps of trees. Player's trying to turn this tee shot over a little bit to get out wide to the right of that pole there, which used to actually was part of the tow rope that used to go up to the top of the ski slope. You can see it here from the tee from behind where Mark's throwing. He's getting it out pretty wide, which is good. The wider, the better. Certainly, you want to get up the hill as well.
I think it's interesting. You see Brad going to the right of the tee box there for his run up.
Yeah, he's throwing that Anheuser shot, and he wants to start out to the left and move towards the. I'm sorry, starting out to the right of the tee and move to the left front corner. Well, that's going to be too far left. He's gotten up some skip up the hill, but he's going to be blocked in his approach unless he can find a backdoor channel. This is probably about 60 feet uphill from where they're throwing.
It is far up there, I could tell you that.
I mean, 60 feet in elevation, not distance-wise. I'm sorry. The
elevation for sure. I definitely agree. And Mark trying to thread through.
A nice turnover angle on that.
Yeah.
Good shot. So Colby is looking for a forehand roller through here, it looks like. No, he's just throwing the flick. Okay, it got there. He's got a putt for it. He can even get a birdie.
You got to be happy with a birdie on this hole, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's up shot nicely. Yeah. Birdie's a good score. It can, par play. It plays pretty fair as a par 4. But birdie is saying something.
And Brad hitting the number plate.
Yep.
Colby for his birdie. There he goes.
To it.
Mark for his birdie. Just a drop in. This will be Dave for par.
Yeah, so that hole actually played under par for the field. 3.76 was the average score there. So maybe it's not far enough up the hill, huh, Bryan?
Well, I think maybe you need to elevate that basket.
Okay,
that's
we'll work on that.
So hole 5 is a par 3. It's 351 feet, and it plays across this field and into this wooded area here. Nice little path back here. Yeah,
it's uphill. You are throwing across what used to be the main ski slope, but it's also uphill. So I can see a forehand working for these guys.
And it looks like Mark's going with his force here. Oh, just
early.
Didn't quite get that over as much as he would like.
There's ways to get to the pin from there. He can get up and down. Leaves are just starting to come out on the course. You can see the green stuff popping out. And the grass is pretty green. That's also a little early, it looks like. Hitting some trees. Yeah, to get it all the way up into that gap, into that the mouth of that path, it's a crush. Dave's got the better idea. He's turned it over a little bit, and now it's working its way back. He's not going to be inside the path, but he's got to look at the basket. He's got to putt at it, although it's probably about 60 feet.
And Brad's looking nice here. Get that skip. Yes.
He's got the skip, and he's got the corner, and he's got the putt. That's the good shot.
Colby has some trees to contend with here.
That's a nice little knife shot, and so he'll save his par.
Thank you.
Mark uphill here.
It looks like he's got more of a line to the basket than Colby did. Almost. A little low left.
David to save a stroke on Brad.
That's a run. Okay. It sat down, which is good after it hit the ground. I've seen many discs roll away to the right here.
Yeah, Brad.
And there's Brad. Was that just stroke? So
Yeah.
nice.
It's like just watching Brad play, it's absolutely insane. He looks exactly the same every single time that he throws a putt, and he's just got the rhythm down. He's got everything down for this. It's just when he's in putting range, you know he's going to get it.
A little bit high there for David. That's gonna
end in a bogey for him.
Yeah, the birdogey.
Yeah. So that's going to tie him and Brad back up. And Mark always playful on the course.
Keeps it light.
Yeah, he does. So hole 6, par 3, 351 feet. And this one plays, again, across this field and through the trees here. Now, I do see that there's a gap on the right side, but I do, if you go straight for it, that's an opportunity to get to the basket as well.
Yeah, it's open until you get to within like 80 feet of the basket, then there's a lot of trees.
Well, I think Brad slipped on the tee pad there. He's going to get a skip.
You got a bit. Yeah, he's got to look. Mark's highs are not hitting a tree. He's going to have a very long putt.
Colby looks like he's lining up that hyzer shot over to the right.
I think he pulled it a little bit too much. It's working its way back. Yeah, he's going to have a lot of stuff in the way.
He's actually behind the basket a good distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the more traditional round. A big high hyzer around the top of those two big oak trees, but he didn't quite get around them. He's got the step out backhand. That's nicely played. Almost hit you.
Well, that's Bowman there on catch
that was
cam.
Bowman. Okay.
Shout out to Bryan Bowman.
Thanks
doing
for
catch
coming
cam.
out. Yeah.
Not the funnest day to be out recording, but it was some stories.
So far in this round, it's been pretty nice. We did have a lightning delay in the first round, and then we just kind of combined it with lunch, and then we kind of finished the first round and regrouped and did this second round.
Colby's left himself a long putt there for his par. Oh,
Dave has a pretty nice straddle putt stroke. That one just didn't quite hit the pole. That didn't hit anything. And there's Brad cleaning up for his par. Mark's dropping in for par.
And Dave looks like he's giving Brad a stroke on this hole.
Colby with bogey. And that's unfortunate. Okay. Okay, guys. New hole. Hole 7. Love this hole. It's a long, straight corridor for about, I'd say, 380 feet. Got to keep it in the middle here. If you get off to the right, especially, you're jailed. Left, you got a little bit more chance. But when you get to this corner of the trees, the hole turns about, 45 degrees, and maybe 50, and then plays underneath a couple of limbs and to this basket tucked back there. You got to get to the corner to have a good chance at a birdie here.
Brad looks like he's getting over to the left, but going to get a fortunate kick, and he'll be somewhat center there. On the edge, at least.
That's an early release. He's lucky to kick into the middle, I think. That was good fortune. So Colby's he's going backhand, or I'm sorry, he's going to forehand here. If he's got enough power to make this hallway in the corner, he can get around it, but he's sawed that off. He's lucky to have hit that tree and got himself back in the middle. David's going with his forehand as well. Real low release. It's not going to come back, though.
Good.
And everybody's kicking in the middle. Hey.
That very fortunate kicks, that's for sure.
I don't think Mark doesn't have any chance of a birdie. He's got to play for a par, but he's got to get this shot back in the fairway around the corner, which I think he's done nicely. Whoa!
Looks like he clipped Bowman there on that one, but it's kind of hard when you're looking through the camera. Sometimes you don't realize it's that close.
He can still get up and down from there. All right, so Colby's tucked a little bit farther right. He's going to have to throw something a lot sharper, maybe try to skip it.
Yes. Well, it's going to...
A little deep. He's going to have some work to get it back around that. There's sort of another bend in the fairway towards where the basket is tucked. David's doing it too. And see, he's a little deep as well. That tree that has the red arrow on it, you have to get to the right of that.
And I think Brad's just done it here. Great skip.
Yeah. He's going to have a putt, but it'll be a little obstructed. Nice flat approach shot. Just check up. He's got 15 feet. He's going to save his par, it looks like. Colby's trying to skip it up in there. That's a nice play. Yeah, good shot there. That should work.
Dave's going to have a really tough shot here with all these trees.
Yeah, he's going to have to. He's really lining up a hyzer skip angle, but he's not going to get much skip. Didn't drive it low enough. He's got a putt. And see, Brad's not only does he have this tree in front of me, there's a gnarly, wavy branch of a tree. He's just forcing Brad to lay it up.
He's going to hit metal there, but
yeah, of course, yeah. That's a great layup, right?
Yeah. And if Dave does not want to give Brad another stroke, he's got to make this putt here.
Yeah, I wonder if Dave's thinking about that, or what's in Dave's head. If he's just playing his game and thinking, okay, just make the shot, just throw the putt, or if there's other things that enter into the player's mind while they're lining up shots, that's the kind of thing that'll just make it go wrong.
Absolutely, yeah.
But Colby's got good concentration, saves his par.
I actually, just looking at what this hole averaged, 4.53 par, you know, that's
more
pretty
than
tough
half
hole.
A stroke over par.
Yeah. And
it's the drive. You know, you got to get your tee shot in the middle, down the middle. If you don't, you're scrambling for par, and if you don't scramble right, you're going to be taking a bogey.
Brad here for his par. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next hole. One of my favorites, hole 8 here. It's a par 3, 375.
Wow, look at that crowd of people waving to you.
Yeah, that's right. That's the IUP Ultimate Team, as well as Michael Dropcho there, and Alphonse Borowski setting up the week before.
Ready.
This
is just a lovely downhill shot. It's wide open, really. There's some trees that hang out into the fairway, but if you're going straight at it, should be nothing obstructing you up high. But sometimes the danger is going too far, going past it.
Oh, great kick there.
Yeah, he got some luck with that branch. He'll have a long approach. Mark's turned that over nice. He's going to come back.
Come on back.
Flattening. He's still a little short of the pin, but he'll have a circle edge putt.
Colby going for the hyzer angle. Wow, sneaky.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Look at the skipping. Okay, he stayed out of the woods. He's about pin high. I made a putt from there. All right, Dave, come on. Regroup now.
Oh no.
He's turned it over. It's not coming out of the woods. He can save a par from there. Brad's just pitching it up there. He's content. He's playing for par at that point. You can't run that putt.
And Dave is a very odd putt from here.
I think he's just trying to chip it out with a forehand and hope to get some skip and roll down towards the basket. Okay, it's pretty well played. Gonna look. Now this is a long putt. This is 50 feet, plus it's downhill about 20.
Ooh, and
it's a good run.
Almost there, yeah. I feel like Mark's starting to get it dialed in. He's starting to, I don't know, he's always had these like really interesting long putts in previous tournaments.
This is Colby from a long ways off. Okay, right on the pole. All right, come on, Dave. Put this in. Save this par. There you go. That's the way to play.
And Brad, Brad here for his par.
So if you young players are watching these pros, just watch how much leg they put into these putts. How much of these putts are coming from their lower body. Brad was even like giving a kick with his back leg. All right, another downhill hole coming up. Who says that Dropcho courses are all uphill?
So hole 9 is a par 3, 570 feet. As Jay Gary said, it's very downhill. And honestly, this is a pretty open shot here.
Very open.
Except for maybe a couple trees.
Yeah, there's a gate to get through off the tee pad. And just a beautiful green here down below these large trees on the right. Kind of flattens out. There is OB behind the pin, but it's a good 60 feet away.
I'm going to see here where we're getting set up on the tee box as the rain starts again.
Real nice low angled shot. These downhill throws, you have to throw them with a nose angle down. Brad left that well short though.
Oh yeah.
He's swinging it out wide, but he knows it's going to come back.
And that is coming a far way back. Oh,
spiking in there. Got a tombstone. But he's almost circle's edge.
Colby's getting a little more of a push left, it looks like. Ooh, and we already used tombstone, so that's a land shark there.
Okay.
And
It's a real fine line on this shot between turning it over like David has and getting a shot to hyzer, plus getting past those bottom two trees. Dave's lucky he didn't go all the way into the woods. He does have an open look. Is he going to throw to the right or to the left of that pole in the middle, Bryan? What do you think?
I'm going to say right because I
You
just
got
thought.
it. Good answer. That's a little strong. He's kind of past the basket now. He'll have a putt. Brad's got the raincoat on. You know it's coming down. Okay. He's just laying it up. He's playing smart. Weather not going to allow for aggressive play.
I gotta say, Colby's probably at about 50 feet here.
Squirreled away a little bit. He's got a little work left there.
Mark from about 45. Ooh, and he nails it.
Oh, nice. Side pocket.
It is pouring down rain right now, too, as you can start to see. Dave for his par. And to prevent Brad from getting a stroke on him. Yes!
Banged that one. You can see some of our VIP and title sponsors in the background. The Jim Simpson family, IUP Co-op, IDLA, Indiana Disc Links Association. They're all pulling for Cody to make this putt.
Yes, sir. And that's going to wrap up our front nine of the final round coverage. Jay Gary, I want to thank you so much for joining us. Is there anybody we want to thank? Obviously, we want to thank Grip It and Rip It Disc Golf LLC for sponsoring us to be out there covering the tournament this weekend.
Sure.
That's great of you.
Oh, you're welcome. We're glad you came, and we thank Spagetti Benders. They were one of our hospitality sponsors, and Diversified Energy, IDLA, as well as the Indiana Cycling Center, which donated a couple of disc catcher EZs that we gave away on the weekend. One was won by Mike Vasey, and the other was, I forgot the fellow's name that won the other one, Alex Durr. Oh. So we gave away a couple of baskets. Despite the rain, players were brave out there, and we're looking forward to seeing them on the back nine.
That's right. The back nine coming at you next. Click the link in the description. And until then, keep banging those chains.